The Assassin's Creed Shadows and Dead by Daylight collab showed us what a whole style Assassin's Creed game could in fact look like, and I gotta say, Ubisoft cooked hard. It's not just amazing, but it also plays amazingly. But what does it say about how Ubisoft could do an Assassin's Creed game, but also make it great? Ubisoft Bordeaux for this quest cooked hard. Assassin's Creed does not usually do horror type of stuff. It has a linear action story with a lot of lore and a lot of build up and a reason to go into history, but for this quest, they did great. And if they can do it greatly with AC Hexe, then hey, I'm all for it. To even play this quest, you need to have unlocked Yasuke as a playable character. Then, after talking to Tomiko in the hideout, you unlock this quest, but you also get a board with featured events, so we could even see more collabs. Stay tuned. Which hey, free good content is always appreciated. After talking to Tomiko, you need to find out where this quest is located and you need to find the village where a lot of people disappeared. This village already looks ominous and eerie. The mist sets the vibe and the sound alongside the destroyed village makes this feel like something massive has happened, and even the small stuff, just the small objects already being broken, that just shows how deep Ubisoft also went into this quest. I gotta say, the cutscenes also they have some good polish. So you go in this quest and you find out what happened. Tomiko sends you there and you look around everywhere. You find this relic and some drawings, but I didn't have the drawings, for my bad. But you find this relic and you get transported into this weird place. Just look at this footage. It's crazy. The vibe just completely changes, even though we went from eerie to even more eerie. And it's kind of upside down-esque, in my opinion. But that is just amazing. And how they just did that, you know? But then you see the store, and obviously you're gonna go there and you see the scout that you were looking for. If you remember the quest, you were looking for a scout. So you go to the scout and you see his note. You see the notes and that there are 5 totems you have to destroy and this Oni is chasing you. After you get this, the Oni starts chasing you and you gotta run because listen to this heartbeat. Yeah, that's different, and you need to hide and you need to run while also looking around to make sure nobody and nothing spots you. And that's specifically for the next spot. You go to a totem and you see it by the red beaming lights that go into the sky. You go to a totem. To destroy it, you need to do this rhythm. And if you can press everything in this quick time event right, then the totem breaks. And something goes into the door, I don't know, but that's a signal, I don't know, I don't care honestly a bit. But then the totem breaks and Oni, he knows where you are. So you're gonna get chased and you need to hide again, and this goes rinse and repeat, you know? Just imagine this place, but 3 times as scary, and instead of it being in a different dimension that's based off of Japan, it's inside a forest in the 16th century of Germany. So you need to destroy these totems, right? You go one by one, and as you play for the quest, you see these statues, right? They start to glow a green light. If you go on the side of the statues, the green light is its vision. If they see you, you're cooked. The Oni knows where you are, so you need to hide again. So you need to look out for these statues and also where they're looking at, because their vision changes in a predictable manner though, but it does change, and this affects where you can go and how you can go and how quickly you need to go before those things see you. So after you're like, it starts to get progressively harder and the rhythm gets harder and harder to complete. But then you complete the last one, and this door, it changes from red to blue. You know, remember the red door at the beginning? You walk to it. Yeah, it's blue now, and you need to go through it to escape, because I think that's what the notes say, but I don't read the notes. Who reads the notes? But you gotta be quick too, because the Oni is chasing you and he knows where you're gonna go. So he stands there and you need to look out and you need to dodge. Me personally, I just took my time in photo mode, but you need to run and you need to run quickly, because this Oni, it deals a massive amount of damage. Especially if you can't fight it. I tried to hit it, but I just couldn't. If somebody could destroy the Oni before actually going through the door, then just tell me, because it would be really interesting to know. For me, it didn't work. But let's just run through this door and see what happens, you know? Somehow, Josuke spawns back in. If you're playing now, wait, that is, and it's probably the other way around in the other case, but you go through this door and you choose the character to fight this Oni with, because obviously it's gonna be a boss fight. And I chose Yosuke because he's the combat guy, so I wanna do combat with the combat person. So I chose Yosuke, and you get this great cutscene. It's sad you can't skip it though, and I'll explain it later, but you can't skip it, and you fight the boss fight, and this Oni, it zaps around everywhere. It's throwing stuff. It's leaving pillars of things that do deal damage to you. It's not a massive amount, but the damage is still good enough to where if you're low HP and you go on top of these pillars of, I don't know, then you're just dumb. And that happened to me multiple times. I got these things multiple times. But yeah, I embarrassingly got demolished by the Oni multiple times. And I'm not too proud of that, but how Assassin's Creed can, to move back to the topic, how Assassin's Creed can actually just do horror. It's a lot like this, but instead of statues, we'll have some Templars, and instead of the Oni, we'll have someone with a piece of Eden. These quests should be linear, like how the quest was in the Shadows XDBD collab. Assassin's Creed Hexe has a lot of things going for it, and this just makes me more excited and cautiously optimistic for it. But Ubisoft Montreal are making Assassin's Creed Hexe. It looks good, you know? But I'll put his name up. I can't say it. I'm sorry. But this guy, he knows how to cook, and I will believe that he can cook. So let's both just believe and hope the Assassin's Creed Hexe can be like this Dead by Daylight collab, but way better, way scarier. And also, it needs to tie in the lore. It's like how Assassin's Creed Shadows should tie into the lore and how that can be possible. But I want to talk about that at a later time. Let me know what you think about this collab and how Assassin's Creed could do horror and how that could actually work and be a different genre of Assassin's Creed, but still Assassin's Creed. And thanks for watching.